On today's video, my wife and I head out on the side-by-side, try to get a few brook trout.
Some spinners and spoons and little crankbaits. Definitely need that. We definitely need this. There. I'll sit there. Oh no. Dropped the brownie. It didn't stay for very long though, right?
Yeah, 10-minute rule.
Yeah. Okay, well. We just got like maybe an hour and a half before dark, so me and my wife Marie, we're gonna head out, see if we can get a brook trout or two. It's a pretty warm day, probably feel pretty good to step in the water actually, so we'll give it a shot. Got a crazy convergence of wild game here. We've got deer and turkeys. It's like they're gonna like hang out together and play.
Oh, that's a little one.
Yeah, it is, man. I can't believe it.
That's the happier one.
Is it?
Yep, it is. Did you bring some?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is just right there. So, okay, that's cool. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit deep. Yeah. Fall in? Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. No? Till now?
Huh?
Till now?
No, it's not at all.
Hey there, outdoor YouTubers. Well, I know a lot of you out there are flashlight junkies like I am. It's just kind of our thing, right? We're getting out to the deer blind before sunup. We're fishing till dark or well into dark. You're out camping. You're out at your off-grid camp. It's just kind of how it goes for us when you're doing a lot of stuff outdoors. I used to carry this big old bad boy in my hunting pack. Well, I always wanted a big, bright flashlight in case I shot a deer toward evening and I was going to be out tracking this deer, looking around trying to find this deer. But then after you find the deer, you're going to be field dressing it. So I would also carry some sort of a headlamp with me. Put the headlamp on, that frees up my hands to field dress the deer. Well, now I have another new flashlight, okay? And this is made by Trustfire, and this has quickly become my new favorite flashlight. This particular model is the MC3 by Trustfire, and it's got some pretty cool features. First of all, this little dinky flashlight puts out up to 2,500 lumens. It comes in a nice aluminum housing. It's water resistant up to 2 meters. It's got a magnet on the back end, okay? So you can like stick it to metal, you know, like that. One thing that I've been doing to utilize this magnet on the back end is when I'm in my side-by-side, I don't have a dome light in my side-by-side. So I just turn this on, stick it to the roll cage up top, and there you go. I got my dome light. It's got this clip on it, and it's also rechargeable. Well, this charging cord attaches magnetically, which I think is very cool. And the other cool thing about this charging cord is that it plugs in to a USB port. It doesn't plug in to a 110 outlet. And I think you can kind of see, where I'm headed with this. You guys, when you're out camping, you're out in the boat, you're out ice fishing, maybe you're out at your off-grid deer camp, you maybe don't necessarily have a 110 AC outlet real handy to plug stuff into and charge it up, right? But with the USB port, a lot of cigarette lighters have adapters for USB ports. A lot of automobiles just come with USB ports in them now. Or at the very least, you can grab one of these charging packs, right? You can have it with you, plug the USB into this, and get your devices charging. Now, I talked about this Trustfire MC3. It goes all the way up to a max of 2500 lumens. Okay, that's awfully bright. But the other cool thing about it is it has different levels. All right, you just don't turn it on and it doesn't just go to 2500 lumens. Now, in the past, with some of the cheaper flashlights that I've had, they might have different settings like a high and a low, and I would find myself always just going to the high setting, right? I would never use the low setting because it was so dim. But that's not really the case with a powerful flashlight like this. It has 3 different settings, okay? And you'll wind up using them because when you're working up close like this, that 2500 lumen setting is way too bright, okay? And I never really experienced that with some of the cheaper flashlights that I've had in the past. And the other thing that I really like about this MC3 is the switch. The switch on this Trustfire is very deliberate, okay? And you got to hold it in for a little bit in order for it to go on, okay? And then the different settings, you just kind of scroll through the different settings, and when you want to turn it off, you hold it in again for a little bit and it shuts off. And then when you turn it back on, it remembers the setting that you left from, okay? Whatever setting you had it on when you shut it off, that's the one that it comes to when you turn it back on. And because this is as small as it is, I've actually been using this as a headlamp, right? It can go right on to a brimmed hat pretty easily. It's not very heavy at all. So this MC3 really works well as a headlamp too. So I can see where this fall, this big dude's out. I'm not lugging that around in my hunting pack anymore. Crazy rechargeable headlamp like this. No, I'm not lugging that around anymore. I can see where this one small little flashlight is really going to replace both of those in my hunting pack. Now, when I say this light is very bright, it throws up to 2500 lumens out there. Well, for some people, what does that really mean? Okay, well, I'll show you a little comparison here. Here's somewhat of a similar flashlight. It's a little bigger, it's a little bulkier, but it's kind of the same thing. It's got the magnet on the back. It does have the clip. Okay, this is like a $12 flashlight. And here's a little nighttime view of the $12 flashlight. And here's a little nighttime view of that MC3. And as you can see, I'm kind of scanning around my chicken coop. Got some rabbits over there too. Which would you rather be checking for predators with? You know, that $12 flashlight or that Trustfire MC3? And then if you do like this kind of this size and this style of flashlight, Trustfire does make like one small level up from that MC3. They make an MC5, okay? This one's just a hair bigger, but this one throws up to 3300 lumens. Is this Trustfire MC3 flashlight, is it going to replace every flashlight I own? Well, I don't know. We'll see. But I can tell you what, it's going to replace quite a few of them. So guys, if you think you might be interested in this Trustfire MC3 or the Trustfire MC5, I will leave a couple links below in the description of this video that'll bring you to them. And I'll also leave a discount code in the description of this video, just in case you think you might want to purchase one or two.
There you go. Now you're going to get the fish. All right.
Oh, it's really shallow right there.
Yeah. Did you take the deepest path possible?
I did.
All right.
Like I took the best one.
Yeah. Now you're going to get them. Okay, yeah. Got that supermodel thing going on, eh?
Friend,
Yeah.
I have to get my hair down.
It's a little deep there, hey?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Okay.
Goodness. It's a little deep. All right. Here, let me show you something.
We should have brought our chainsaw, dude.
I guess so.
I mean, this ain't bad, but you know.
Right.
We always talk about it. Take that with us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so.
Did you say you don't think so?
Yeah.
Drop it off at the dress site? Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's kind of the time.
Be yes, be very careful, okay? Yeah, be careful though. Like don't I know, but like if you get a fish, don't get all excited.
You what?
If you get a fish, don't get all excited.
I will.
Jump.
I'm excited.
What? What?
What's up with you?
Oh, just move on.
With you?
Yeah, we can move on whenever. Oh, thank Jesus that you didn't fall.
I'm like, I think you can't take me sitting there.
You know what? We have both of them around here.
Thank Jesus you didn't fall. That's cute. You're so sweet.
Yeah.
You like me.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, yeah. Between like the swimming hole and the bridge that's still crummy. Last time I went, you know what I mean?
What do you mean the bridge?
It's a decent one.
Feisty too.
Yeah.
Slippery.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yep.
So strong.
Yeah, that's me.
I was in the water the whole time though.
Yeah.
Very good. So guys, if you're interested in more videos about getting out and enjoying the great outdoors of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, be sure to check out the entire channel. And if you enjoy what you see, please consider liking and subscribing. And for bonus content, be sure to check out our Patreon page. A link to this page can be found in the description of this video. And also guys, remember to hunt, fish, laugh, repeat. Thanks for watching, and God bless.